Yay, Noita. Except, I regret to inform you that this is probably going to be, patience testing. Here, hang on, let me turn that on for now. We're going to drink a bunch of this lake. I started it between last stream yesterday and today. I hung out in the lake and I drank a crap ton of it. So let's see if we could drink the rest of this. Probably not. This is a lot. But it looks like more than it is, because down here, there is nothing. It's just the way that the game loads in liquids. This is, like, still up here. Delicious, delicious lake. Yes. Let's get our hunger, our satiation up to, like, 20,000, maybe? Or maybe not. We'll see. Yeah, I'll come back. We'll eventually drink all of this. Your eyes? Yeah, I'm sorry. My eyes are completely burnt out of my head from doing the Sunseed quest for like 3 days in a row. This week has been rough on my eyes on this stream. It is, I do like the way it looks, yes. It is pretty. I don't ever touch my brightness for any game or anything. Like, when I made a video, The Dark Cave, that was like one of my first videos I made for Noita, like right after it came out. People were like, just adjust your contrast. I'm like, oh. And then they patched that though, so you can't do that. But yeah. I don't think of things like that because I don't touch those things. It's the way I am in life. Like, okay, I'm a very particular person. I don't lose things. I'm not like super OCD or anything, but I don't lose things usually because once I have something, it finds a spot and then it stays in that spot forever. I just find a home for things and then that's where they live for all time. So, okay. Where are we? This is the regular world. So I wanted to do that in the beginning here. And then... Whoops. Okay. Oh, hey. What the hell? Why are you here? You came all the way here from the frozen... Oh, the vault's right here. Did you find it? I did. Last night, like right after I started playing off-screen a little bit, to drink the lake. And also, I summoned in a few more wands using this, just to try to find some spells I still need, mostly for this wand right here. And then we need liquid vacuum field also. But yeah, I did that, and then we're gonna go there very soon and look at the first set. We gotta go to Eastworld, though, because there are 5 eye locations in Eastworld and only 4 in West. And so I found one right in the jungle in Eastworld. And so that means that same set is in Westworld in the same spot. So we're going to find... It shouldn't take that long. Oh, and this. Let's do this. So, okay. Let's fall straight down. I dug straight down, I think, from this. And we'll just determine what this could possibly be a hint for. Hey. Get out of my way. I lost my cursor for a second. So I think this is actually directly above... Well, I'll let you see. Making a elevator. Hmm. Damn it. Oops. Yeah, it's like directly above the end of everything. I'm glad there was no poly down here. Ah, all the fungus. Jeez, fungus grows like crazy when it falls down vertically. Obviously, that's what falling down means. It falls sideways. Yeah, and we have like a big mountain of fungus, I'm sure now. But yeah, the money diamond or whatever goes right here into that portal, basically. So I don't know if that's what it's a reference to or a hint towards, like, or it's not an arrow, it's actually the symbol for water, the alchemical symbol for water. Is that a duck on your 3rd item slot? No, it's a gourd. A healing gourd. The toxic duck. Guck. Doesn't that room turn into a lot of gold? No. That's where the alchemist boss is. You mean where the little money symbol is? That's right above the alchemist boss. And it was there later in early access that that symbol was added to the back wall. But then when 1.0 came out, it was gone. And then later on in 1.0, one of the beta updates added it back. So, and it was gone for a long time. Months. And then they added it back in. So I don't know what that is supposed to hint towards. Nobody really knows for sure. It's not above the the gold room down in hell. The gold room in hell is far to the left. That. Alright. So with those two things, those were the first two things I wanted to show. Show and tell. In the beginning of the stream here. And then, I'm gonna head this way. How many permanent shields do you have? You can get 5 from the perk, but then I have extra from, like, this. We should be safe from any and all polymorph shots. Alright, so I loaded the cauldron with a bunch of items. There's a shiny orb in there, a crystal key, the Kulo Kiwi. There's a coup in there. I put the summon portal spell in there, and then I brought one of the emerald tablets here. I can't teleport back in now because there's too many items in there. So it's telling you where the treasure is for the end of everything. It does just about point to the location of the Essence of Water room, I suppose. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, I tried a bunch of stuff. When it was first added, I used Midas in the area of the triangle or whatever. I brought actual nuggets there. Or I killed enemies there and, like, sacrificed them, etc. So, anyway, I don't know. I just loaded this thing up. I've tried all kinds of things with this. But for now, I'm assuming, or I'm very much expecting all of this to disappear when we go to New Game Plus. But just in case, I was like, let's just load it with some stuff and, you know, who knows? We're going into New Game Plus sometime soon, so there we go. All right. Now let's head up to the, wait, let me turn this off. Okay. Alright. Gonna head up to the meditation cube, which I didn't notice during the stream, but it was still functioning, even though we destroyed most of it, so... I mean, I think we've already been into the room, but... Yeah, here it is. That's the meditation cube, everyone. That's what's left of it, but it's gonna work. Starting to think the cauldron just currently doesn't do anything. I don't believe that at all. I think just people are wanting it to do something and, like, being impatient with it. I think that it does stuff. And I think the eyes... Yeah, we've been here. Okay. I mean, it's a secret. Like, and it's in the engine, you know? Some secrets in games go unsolved for years. So I'm expecting that, maybe. You know, it would be nice to be able to solve everything quickly, but there's potential that things aren't going to be solved in this game for a long time. Because, you know, Environmental Station Alpha, one of Hempeley's other games, some of the secrets in that game weren't solved for a long time. Like, that game has crazy stuff in it, too. Hey, what's up, TN creator? Is it Tennessee creator? Does Void Liquid fall through the cauldron? Yeah, it destroys it. Void Liquid destroys everything in the game. It's like the densest material. It just like, as soon as it spawns, like I made a video on that showing the cauldron, and as soon as what I did was here, let's just hang out on here. Whatever. As I made a, what did I do? I did a run up to the cauldron room, okay? Saved my game there, and then deleted that save except for the player file, started a new run, and put that player file in the new save so that I spawned from a new save directly on top of the cauldron in the cauldron room. And just as soon as you spawn in, as soon as the Void Liquid spawns, it just mangles the cauldron immediately. So either we're supposed to do something on a day that it's empty, or we're supposed to do something on a day that it has Void Liquid in it, but we just have to maybe fungal shift Void Liquid into something else. Which is possible. You know? We could do a moon secret and then get a big flask of Void Liquid or make it. But it's very much, I think, kind of impossible to get Void Liquid in a flask. Making it in the fungal caverns or someplace. They did... See, the thing that's interesting... I'll read through chat a little bit more in a sec. The thing that's interesting, let me just get this thought out, is that they did add several more ways to make Void Liquid, right? Here, hang on. Let me check something real quick. I don't have it memorized at the moment. I should. I think I have a thing backed up, though, or like a little save. Noita Void Liquid, yes. Alright, so... You can make Void Liquid from, or Void Liquid plus Fungus makes more Void Liquid. Void Liquid plus Toxic Sludge makes more Void Liquid. Diamond, Chaotic Poly, and Toxic Sludge makes Void Liquid. Alright, we gotta keep these things in mind. Because the Cauldron uses Void Liquid. So, and then the old recipe for Void Liquid since early access is Toxic Sludge, Worm Blood, and Fungi. So that they made it propagate more. So there could be something involving that. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. On the days it spawns with Void Liquid in it, the cauldron gets ruined. Yes. I think it's not ready, but is finished. You mean like time or date related? I've kind of, yeah. I've thought that as well. Possibility. Have you tried to pull some of the sand into the room, into the cauldron with like powder vacuum? I haven't, but I've that would be easy. You don't have to do it with vacuum field. You could just, well, okay. I guess maybe that would be worth trying. I mean, it definitely would be worth trying. Because what I did was, I got the sand in a pouch. And then, that's like one of the first things I tried, was to put sand in a pouch, or a box. I think it was still a box at that point. And, I wanted to see, and it turns into regular sand when you leave. Or I guess maybe when you just pouch. Somebody said recently that as soon as you put it in the pouch, it changes, it removes the VFX mask or whatever. So no, I haven't tried just sucking the sand into it, and that's definitely worth trying. Yeah. I would try it right now if I had vacuum field. Alright, so what did we... Yeah, now we're just looking for eyes for the moment. But let me go to the jungle first. Oh wait, I went the wrong way. I went to the wrong world, guys. Whoops. Well, I guess we can... What am I doing? I guess we can look here, since we're here. Alright, 1 sec. Alright. I just found 1 set so far. I haven't really been looking for them, you know, just haphazardly. Today is when we're actually, like, really looking for them. But we gotta do it in Eastworld. It just makes sense to do it in Eastworld because there's 5 in Eastworld and only 4 in West. And if you find 1 set, there's a matching set, except for 1. There's only, you know... Alright. 4 of the eye locations in Eastworld have a matching set in Westworld, and 1 of them does not. So, it just makes more sense to do it in Eastworld. What is so good about hungry ghosts? Damage boost. If you can possibly get more than 5 if you load in a bunch of perks. Like, once you have 5 and you don't have any more loaded in, then you can only ever get 5. But if you load in a bunch of perk rooms, or Holy Mountains, or whatever, and have them show Hungry Ghosts, you can get much more. And then if you multicast, say you get, like, the Wand of Multitudes from the tower, and you multicast even Spark Bolts, you can one-shot 33 Orb Boss with that. You do a crazy amount of damage by multicasting, so that's what's so good about them. It'll lose the mask in a flask, yeah. I know. All bets are off. Exactly. And I'm always, like, eternally hopeful and positive about things. And I know, like, a lot of the community has been getting dissuaded and such. Like, for a while there, the eye room was really quiet, and there weren't really many people, you know, it was just really quiet and inactive. Now it's a lot more active again, and the cauldron is a lot more active as well. We triggered a supernova explosion, so yeah, most of the world is destroyed. Fury happens to the ground. And it's funny that you destroy so much of the world, but the desert is still here. Anyway. Oops. I guess it's mostly the main biomes, the main loop that gets mostly destroyed. I mean, obviously the pyramid does as well, but it's mostly the main area of the main loop, I guess. And there's another Kulakivi right there. You know what? Let's carry that around since we have room for it. Alright. Listen to some tunes, maybe. Come on, music. Give me some music. But then, we're moving so slowly. I do want to visit the Nullification Altar in New Game Plus to get rid of Mournful Spirit and Cordyceps. We don't need those. It's only going to lead to me killing myself, possibly. So, let's just... So I would like to get rid of those. So we could possibly have eyes in the lake. But first, we're gonna go to the jungle where I found the first set. And yeah, I summoned a lot of wands all over the place. Trying to find things like Vacuum Field. I haven't seen that at all, I think. Oh. We had the Dark Sun over here. Oh, hey. Ha. these. So many worms. That's the one problem using Matasad to look for these. X, thanks for the follow. Welcome. I'm trying to kill them, but I guess it doesn't matter. We're going to be spamming more anyway. It's probably worth, like, not killing them, actually, so we don't have, like, chunks of worm all over the place. Okay, so here... right after the stream yesterday, or, you know, after I had dinner and stuff, I came back in. We were in Eastworld, I think. Down in the Temple of the Art, I think, and I just flew up and I found the first set. They were, like, right here. Or they're right here someplace. They have vanished. No. Just kidding. Yeah, so... first set. Found. And this same set is over on that Westworld as well. So we found one set. We gotta find 4 more eyes. And they could be anywhere. Anywhere where this wall is, or above ground where this wall would be, where it's like invisible. And I doubt they're gonna be very close to here, so we're not gonna look here yet. We're gonna go up to basically the lake area, I think, is the next place I want to search. Can you use Nala with it? Does that prevent the worms? It doesn't. I think I've tried that. Oh, hey. That's cool. Get. Which Nala do I not need right now? Hey, could. Nala. Oh, you know what? Hang on. I want to mess that up. Also, let me... hang on one moment. I gotta prepare a couple things. I want to turn on my other computer. Do. See you later, Miguel. FuryForged. Thank ya. Enjoy the rest of your day. Alright, so that's ready. Let me just get one... I gotta pull up one of my videos where I have a wand build from Priskip saved or whatever. I should make a... let me make a screenshot, actually, so I don't have to keep opening the video. There we go. Snipping tool to the rescue. Where is the snipping tool? There it is. Okay. Blah. Okay. Do. Almost ready. All right. We're back. Whoa! Okay. There we go. So yeah, this is basically... that's interesting. Basically what I'm going to be working on today. For a little while, at least. Until I'm like, okay, no more looking for eyes. The world has been exploded in fiery rage of celestial body. Oh, hey. Look at you. I don't have an eye. Windows Shift and S. I should remember that. See, one of the maddening things that I do that is fine for me is I never use hotkeys. Very rarely for anything. When I'm editing videos, I use my mouse and a drop-down box, you know, to save. I never use, like, Alt-S or anything to save. But I'm really fast with it. And using Vegas to edit, it crashes, like, constantly. So I save every 2 seconds. But yeah, that's what it's just the way I like to do things. I mean, even, you know, I used to make music in Pro Tools and Ableton Live. I never use hotkeys. I've been using computers for years and years and years and years. I'm an old man, and I don't use, I don't do the easy, I don't like giving myself an easy time. I like making myself miserable. I like, you know, that's why I love this game so much. I'm just kidding. You use mouse wheel for your tasks too? I don't know. Whatever my muscle memory is. I don't know. See, I don't even remember what I do because it's just ingrained, you know? So I couldn't tell you. It works for me. I use light mode too for a lot of things. That's something that sets people off on stream sometimes. I like dark mode for some things. My video editor is in dark mode. But I like light mode because working on computers all day, every day,
Quack.
it's good to have that variety for my eyeballs. Like, all dark mode, my eyes get like just like a mole. It's like, it's nice to have that brightness, like waking you up, like staring at the sun sometimes. And even like, I take breaks and go outside if it's sunny out too. Isn't that weird? It's like natural light mode. It's so strange, that invention of sunlight. The other bad thing about having done the supernova first is, I don't know where... There are no clouds anymore. All the clouds got vaporized. There's part of a cloud. So I don't know, I don't have any kind of way to tell exactly my orientation. Because there's no more clouds. So, okay, there, we entered the cloudscape. Now, there's probably a set of eyes in here someplace. But, you know, where? Who knows? I wonder if it would be easier to go, like, search vertically instead of horizontally at this part over here. Because I'm pretty sure the eyes only have a chance to spawn in the lake biome, like above the lake, or underneath the EDR. It's either underneath the EDR or above lake biome. So if I go too far this way, then they don't have a chance to spawn anymore. Because I think the sky above the... Because they only spawn where there is that blue background, the cave background, or Cave 1 or something like that. Or Rock 1 or whatever it's called. And even if it's invisible, like right now, if we're above the lake, then that background stretches like throughout that entire, entire biome. And no, we're not. Oh, look at this. Ha! That's funny. So yeah, like right here, I think this background goes all the way up. So we gotta get back to where there's this background. So they could go like up from here. Hey, Solar. I'm a big fan of you. in your work. Welcome. If you happen to notice any eyes, like out of the corner of your eyes, if you see any eyes, be sure to yell. I don't know how high up I want to go, too. That's the problem. How high up does this biome go? Eyes. You a punk. I think I'm just gonna, like, kinda... What the heck? Hey! You stop that. Gonna climb up for a bit, fall all the way down, go over a little bit, climb up, fall all the way down. I think we're gonna work our way like that. It goes up forever, only interrupted for a short time by the cloudscape. Oh, that's amazing. So the eyes could be... Does it, like, it loops, though, right? Or is it just like the sky work loops? Or is it just like an infinite thing? I guess we should also check in here, huh? As far as I know, the eyes have all been found within plus or minus 10k in the Y direction. Okay. How much is 10k? What's the width of the world? 15 or something like that, or like 18? I don't know. I don't remember. We're looking for the eye glyphs. An unsolved secret. Unsolved mystery. We already found one pair of them. We're looking for 4 more pairs. 16k? Okay. Not like I'm gonna be able to see anything through this. Jeez. Oh yeah, and... sorry if that wasn't a link and it was just a bot being a bot. Waffen. It's crazy that it's still not solved. I mean, Hempely was saying something on his stream recently that he hopes it's not too difficult. So that's the thing I was gonna say earlier, is like people were being discouraged recently as far as the eyes and the cauldron secrets go. But now there's like renewed interest again in both of these things. Enough for Hempely to make another couple of statements. Statement with the cauldron was apparently something like, the people who made the cauldron secret wish for it not to be anything to be discussed about it, even if it's finished. And then... Oh, God. Like, always, whenever I'm falling through... Like, that makes me think I'm seeing... Okay. Eyes. Or glyphs or something. And then about the eyes... Apparently, according to somebody... Forgot who. Carver, maybe? No, Carver's talking about the cauldron secret. Somebody asked Hempely about the eyes... I think during one of his Baba Is You streams, and he said something about it. He hopes it's not too difficult. And then on my stream, he said he hopes that it's solved. He wants it to be solved. So that makes me think that it is definitely something, and obviously it's finished or whatever, so the cauldron we don't know, but the eyes definitely can be solved from based on what's been said by Hempley. Yeah. I'm not looking forward to the day when this runs out. I don't know if it will. Then I'll have to AFK for like 36 hours to get it back up. I just wish that this would clear. But it's like you have to spend a really, really long time in the lake in order to get it all to... Because now it's like, now we're full of mana again. I mean, I know that you can check your coordinates without the use of mods, but I never have before. I don't know if I want to do that for this particular endeavor, but later on, when we get into New Game Plus 28, I'm going to attempt to use Caliorisis's tool to see if we can find the the pixel in the world where a potential great chest can spawn the 34th orb. And then if we could possibly do that, then I'll go for it and go for the 35th and 36th also. But, you know, don't hold your breath on that. But this, see, Priskip recently found all of them. But he was using a hacked client with much bigger zoom, or much more zoomed out. It's like a 4K zoom. Or basically like Conjurer mod, how that's really zoomed out. So he could see a lot more. Okay. I don't know. I don't know how high up I need to go. So, I'm probably going to play some music in a bit. And I try to keep killing things because I want my, like, death counter, oh hey, to be just crazy high by the end of this. I better have records in every category, you know, personal records. And I guess, you know, this could be underneath the lake as well. I guess we should fall through this. Give us more of a chance of seeing. If it is in the lake, I think this particular location, if there's a location in the seed in the lake with the eyes, then it will probably be easier to find in Westworld, because I don't think I made concentrated mana in the lake in Westworld. So all we would have to deal with is just the steam. Of course, that's enough to obscure my vision and not see anything. Because these are, like, kind of difficult to spot, too. Oh, whoops. By the way, don't rely on us seeing the eyes in places like this. The encoder's having a hard time. Alright. Yeah. Okay. See, when I watch back my streams and, like, upload them, it looks fine to me. But I think, I don't know, Twitch, I think, like, the VOD would look nice. Because that's all I do when I upload these. I download my VODs. I should be recording right now, but I'm not in the habit of doing that because some games, you know, streaming and recording at the same time on one computer can be a little bit too much for some things. But, anyway. Yeah, I just download my VODs and then I re-render them in 4K. Upscale them a little bit. And it, you know, it helps, you know, with the quality a tiny bit, but I mainly upload videos, like, that I stream onto the other channel. I upload them in 4K just to force YouTube to use their best renderer. It's a little trick. If you upload videos to YouTube in 4K, it forces the best, not renderer, but, processing settings and stuff, basically. Look at this gigantic tower of fungus. NVenc makes it trivial to do both? Alright. Good to know. Compression? No, that's not what I meant, but I was looking for something else. I mean, compression's one way of saying it, like, they do compress your videos, but that's not what I was gonna say. They're encoding. That's alright. No worries. Ha, we got it. Oh boy. No, too many worms. Did this... I wish I didn't have cordyceps because it's producing so much fungus all over the place. Are most solutions to secrets data mined? Honestly, yeah. Most of them have been data mined. Not all. Most, yes. Huh, what was that a trap or something? It's weird. It's a trap! The eyes kind of were, like, reverse engineered. The engine was kind of reverse engineered to give us the knowledge that we now have of there being 9 different locations of eyes, but the meaning behind the eyes and the translation, that's not going to be data mined. That has to actually be translated and deciphered and, you know, etc. And the cauldron, too. I don't think anything about... Well, yeah, the cauldron... The thing that was data mined with the cauldron was what days it's empty, what days it has void liquid in it. Which I'm noticing... Well... This reminds me of Void Liquid. Just like the way the particles of air are moving through the steam or smoke. Yep. Hey, Flaky Jakey. My day just got significantly better. Thank you. So is mine. Now that you guys are all here. Too much fungus. Must burn it all. Let's go like right here. I'm not extremely hopeful that I'm going to find all 5 sets. Or all 4 sets plus 1. Especially if, like, if this one is someplace in the sky, which it probably is. I mean, we may have already seen it, and I just didn't notice it down here. Because I'm not, like, moving so slowly. I wish I could fungal shift smoke to air. Just clear this up immediately. I have a strong feeling that if there's a message behind the eyes, then it's pre-encoded and then put into the game, so you can't data mine the original. Yeah. It's definitely no easy endeavor. I kind of had a little dream about it being not an encoded message. But it seems that it's fairly obvious that it is. I had a dream that there was like a secret in the game that was down in hell, or really deep in hell, past one entire loop of all the biomes, and there was like a little kind of... This is the chasm in hell, the chasm wall, and then there was like a tiny little alcove, and then you had to step there, and it was kind of like a secret, like the Lost Woods in Zelda, or like a teleporter secret where you had to go in different directions based on which direction the eyes were looking. And you had to, you know, more rooms opened up if you kept going the right way. And you found eventually I had a dream about this. Eventually I found, you know, a central, it was like this big labyrinth that I worked my way through. It's a good dream. I solved it. And then I also had an idea that, I mean, it seems pretty obvious that based on like the analysis and everything, frequency analysis and all that, that it's a message that needs to be deciphered. But I have a very overactive imagination. That's why I do what I do, too. It's why I am a content creator and everything. And why I love secrets so much, because I still have that childlike wonder of secrets and adventure and exploration and all that. Kill Hour, thanks for the follow. And I had an idea that the eyes were... Like, you had to go into the eye room that the hourglass leads to, and then you had to do something with directions inside the eye room. Yeah, punk. Yeah, do it. Let's solve this together right now. With only one set of eyes uncovered. Alright, well, technically we're not at the level of the moon yet, so I should have been going way higher. We're gonna go... Hey, Meme Lord! How you doing, Meme Lord? How is work? How's the job? How is life? I miss you. It's been a long time. Look at that. Crazy. 35 months. Thank you. There's these obscure formations of eye runes. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. right now. What is the music note? It's I used it to attract the suns. It works like the coup, you know, the little moon item, but it only attracts the celestial bodies. Either the normal sun or dark sun. All right, I think that's high enough now. Let me just try like kind of going down sort of at diagonal right here. Very thorough. But yeah, holding the music note plays, it forces... Yeah. It forces the game to play the most intense version of the music of the biome you're in, or the last biome you were in. Something like that. I don't really use it often, but... What is in here? Worm blood? Oh. Yummy. Doing good, man. Work is good. Life is good. Just keeping very busy. Good stuff. Been watching your stream uploads at night to keep caught up. Awesome. Well, I'm happy to see you again. I'm happy to hear that life is good. Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The moon is 25,000. Too many of these things, man. What the hell? Isn't one enough? Now that mushroom's gonna explode. What's happening is I'm spawning a cordyceps or whatever, a fungoid. And then, because I also have gas blood, there's fire everywhere. And because of the supernova, there's also fire that spawns randomly in spots when it gets loaded in, you know? And the fungoids are burning, exploding, and then there's fungus, towers of fungus all over the place. I think we're... Alright, we're in the cloudscape. I wish I could find the Essence of Air background, the diamond background, because then that would be a good way to be able to tell my location. But yeah, in order to find your coordinates, you have to look into your save file, right? My player file. I don't want to do that. I'm not gonna like keep looking in my player file every 2 seconds. Yeah, I think we were too far over anyway. We're gonna start digging into the EDR soon. I think any that are underground are going to be way, way more easy to find. Probably doesn't help, because if you enable any mods to show your position, the iglyphs vanish. Yeah. They do. That's why it's very difficult to do this. But Priskip did it. I need tips from Priskip. Trying to find the secrets of the eyes. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. I'm just looking to uncover them. I planned from the very beginning of this run to try to uncover all of them as part of the run. As far as the YouTube uploads go, I might just upload this entire session as one video, just, you know, in case anyone wants, just to archive it, in case anyone wants to watch it. Instead of making like 20 episodes out of this or whatever. Although, I don't think I'm going to be going too long. I started really late today. So yeah, we have Nala on this, and I wish the worms didn't spawn, but they do. It's interesting. Yeah, it was something like that. You know how you sometimes get that little formation that doesn't load correctly or whatever, and it's like straight across or whatever? There was a little alcove like that in hell, and then I kind of opened a secret door in there in my dream. And then went through, like, basically a teleporter maze, sorta. And there was this, like, central hidden room. And then I woke up, basically. I don't remember what was inside the room. Or maybe I do and I just can't tell you. Maybe this wasn't a dream. Maybe I'm just hinting that I found something. Just kidding. Yeah, I'm using the Matasad spell to just, you know, it's the easiest way to, like, clear a large section of ground around you, or world. Solids. Comes with the unfortunate, the main part of the spell being, like, the unfortunate side effect of spawning a million worms everywhere, who hang out, and then when you re-enter the area, they respawn. And I'm gonna have, like, just swarms of giant worms following me around all over the place. But right after we finish this, whether I'm successful or I give up, we're going into New Game Plus anyway. So, like, this is literally the last thing I have to do in New Game. We are searching for eye glyphs. They are, I don't know if you know what they are, but they're just a sequence of eyes in 5 different directions, the pupils facing 5 different directions. It's one of the unsolved mysteries in the game. And this is an everything run, where I'm basically trying to do everything we could possibly do in a single run. Including saying hello, creating a family of worms, becoming the Worm King. I wish they would kill you. That would be nice. I don't have a lot of time to look at this, but I can at least post any funny strings I find in the decompiled source. For instance, advanced fish AI system. Interesting. Somebody was saying a long time ago, too, that the Hisi have kind of a language that they communicate with. And in my most recent video, the holiday, or the seasonal content video, I kind of saw part of that with the Christmas Hisi was kind of doing a little dance near me. And I don't know if there's anything in that. If there's anything... Oh god, all this fungus. No! Yeah, I have to burn it. Yeah, burn my frame rate. Yes, unlimited fungus. Unlimited fungus. Okay, one moment. Let me put on some music. Put on some game soundtrack. What do I have? Let's see. Soundtracks. Let's play the Iconoclast soundtrack. It's a good game. If you've never played Iconoclast, it's a really, really good kind of like Metroidvania with a cool storyline. Made entirely by one person over the course of like 8 years. He made everything. The music, sound effects, writing, programming, all of it. Like, he had no help from anyone else. Truly a single developer endeavor, achievement, whatever. It's also one of my favorite Let's Plays I ever did. Nah, I don't want to eat any more fungus. No more chungus for me. Oh, man. Thanks, Meme Lord. Yeah, I really enjoyed that game. I tried playing it again fairly recently, but on stream, and I just couldn't play it again. I don't know. I'm like that with a lot of games. Like, once I play it once, I can't really play it again. But it still was, like, a really, really great experience the whole way through. He's working on another game now. I think... I'm not sure if I'm correct about this, but I want to say he's working on a roguelite. Chat the game. That's what this is right now. I found an always cast earthquake shot in the fungal cavern, so I used it to drop the holy mountain on Steve. Nice. That's exactly what you should do to Steve. Drop a holy mountain right on his head. Teach that fool a lesson. Where am I? Here we are. Obviously, I already looked down here a lot. Quite a... Actually, well... This music's so happy for this. Oh my god! Right into the... Ouch. The sauce. I guess I could survive that for a little while. Might have to do a little healing soon. I wish I could kind of outpace it. Yeah, it's a little painful. You get to actually see my health bar move, though. Zigagos, they do nothing. I don't know. I can't see anything. I feel like quoting that scene in Spaceballs when they're combing the desert. If anyone has any idea what I'm talking about. Change screen? Oh. Whoops. Whoopsie. Thanks. I gotta get used to using that now. I just started using that overlay. You burned... Aw, I'm sorry. It was for a good cause. Thanks for the sacrifice. Yeah, being able to see what I'm doing, I guess it's worth it. Maybe. Or it's not like we're really doing much. I wonder how deep I am. Alright, worms. Well, I'm just gonna spawn more. Ugh. This makes me... Oh, we're in hell. Alright, so it's not gonna be down here. Good. Burn all this crap. And... we gotta go over here a little bit. See... I don't know... I want to do this, but I feel bad doing this on stream. Because it's, like, obviously not very entertaining. Maybe. So let's tell stories. I love the tiling of the fungus burn. Yeah, me too. This game has a lot of like sound effects and just visuals that are just very like ASMR type satisfying to me. Just the way certain pixels kind of animate and stuff. Like this circle, creating the circle is really satisfying to me. And moving the suns through the world and watching like one pixel at a time get like sucked into, like just destroying the world one pixel at a time, sort of. Yeah, I love that. Speaking of which, I probably already knew this and I'm drawing a blank at the moment, but what does ASMR stand for? Audio, sensual, something? Audio sensory something? Autonomous sensory meridian response. Nice. Leave it to Dr. Love. Oh, God, that's gonna be painful. Oh. So yeah, basically what I was saying is I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to do this on stream. All right. I feel bad. Oh, wow. We're already at the EDR. Crazy. I mean, not the EDR, the Cursed Rock. If people didn't want to watch you bang your head on a brick wall, we wouldn't be here. I know. But still. And it is very satisfying looking at this. So, can the eyes be underneath the Cursed Rock? So this is, I don't know this right now. I think maybe. Did the Cauldron Room spawn in this run? Yeah. Totally did. We've been there a bunch. I moved a bunch of items into it. Like one of the golden orbs. Let's put one of them in there. There's a, the summon portal spell is inside of it. A Kulo-Kiwi, one of these is in there. And I don't know if that's gonna do anything. I don't think it would, but it is a cauldron. It seems like we're probably supposed to fill it with something. Maybe a recipe. Some people have the theory now that the eyes are actually 9 different ingredients. Or no, it can't be 9 because it's like the same message. Like, if we find a glyph right here, this is Eastworld, the same one is gonna be in the same position in Westworld. Or no, they're all different. It's just the positions are the same. There's just a corresponding one in the same position. So maybe it could be 9 different ingredients that we're supposed to put in the cauldron. No, I made my logo years before Noita came out. Years. I've been making content for almost 7 years now. But that's my newer logo. I use the same colors. But, just the shape of it changed. But yeah, I first made my logo like 7 years ago. Biome wing tile. I wonder if that's related to the eyes. Kind of remind you of the wing tiling. So in the data, there are the eyes, like the caves, the eye caves, that look very similar to the eye glyphs. Do we know what those do? Or what those are for? It's like cave 1, cave 2, cave 3, or whatever, but they're eye-shaped. If people don't know... okay. Just erasing the world. This is too short. For the eyes are longer than a screen. It is satisfying looking at that. So much satisfaction. It would actually be helpful if I didn't have the remove worm and Lukey digging. Also, let's heal. Wow, that was fast. Oh yeah, now we have music. I forgot. I'm like, why does this sound so bad? Because I have music on in the game too. Just kind of zoned out there for a bit. Are you currently clearing everything to find the eyes easier? Yeah. Indeed. Or just not easier, just to find them. Does it still say the gods are afraid if you manage to do over 1 million damage with one shot? Yeah. That's still in. It's a Steam achievement. Yep. Alright, now we're gonna dig below the lake. Or actually, I guess... Oh, jeez. Too much fungus. I don't even know... Okay. It's kind of... Oh, God. Yeah, this... My eyes are getting destroyed. All this hot pink fungus everywhere. And pain. And glare. In-game glare from the hot pinkness of the fungus. You know what? Burn. Here, I could burn you. Here. Dude, take this. Take that, punk. Where'd it go? Oh, God. Maybe that was a bad idea. What about this? Let's use that. Oh, no. Even worse of an idea. Okay. So... Of course, it's going to take like a year until it burns down here. Okay. So if you're photosensitive, maybe don't watch my stream right now. At least we have music. The fungus is, unfortunately, it's from the fact that I have cordyceps. So, when I kill things, they spawn mushrooms, and then the mushrooms are burning and exploding, and when fungus falls, because there's no real ground anywhere except for like right here, when fungus falls, it spawns a lot, and it spreads as it falls. So that's why there's like giant towers of fungus everywhere like that, see? To demonstrate. Probably take a little bit of a break from doing this soon and go and just... Well, there's not really much else to do in New Game, but look for an evil eye. At least do something else for a bit. Unless I find some eyes. If I find some, then that's gonna probably spur me on. Because then we'll only have 3 more to find. Oh, man. Where am I vertically? Oh, yeah, we're... Okay, wait. So what's this? Oh, that's the essence of water. That's the essence of... Wait. Spirits and water, yeah. Play another game for a while? Possibly. There's just, you know, there's a lot that I need to do in this, or else this run is gonna last, like, months. We're finished with the secrets other than finding the eyes. Basically. We gotta do the monk hand. Monk rain. Or, yeah. In New Game Plus. But other than that, in New Game Plus cycles, all we're doing is powering up even more. And just getting orbs. And then fighting, you know, the most powerful version of Colmy. Okay. In every New Game Plus cycle. And going all the way to New Game Plus 10. Hey, look at... Oh, it was an orb, actually. Hello, orb. This is brute force kind of way, the only way of finding the eyes? Pretty much, yep. It is. There's no algorithm known as far as locations where they spawn, depending on seed, you know? And the location changes with each seed, so yeah. Until somebody figures out an algorithm, if, you know, like how the game itself spawns them, which I think probably could be figured out pretty easily, maybe. The locations of the, I mean, the fact that there are 9 different ones was reverse engineered or data mined. So I think maybe the mechanism for how they're spawned. I don't know. A script with cheat engine? I don't know anything about cheat engine. I've never used cheat engine. This is how I've always done stuff in video games, but yeah, I know it could take a long time. I've always been this type of brute forcer, though. But also, I wouldn't... The whole idea of this run is it being a legitimate run, too. But I'm not being very efficient right now. I'm like, with my positioning, you know. I shouldn't be moving diagonally very much. I thought they spawned at the same coordinates? No. There's some basic locations where you can look, but no, it depends on the seed. The 9 messages themselves, or the 9 orientations of eyes themselves, are the same, but the locations change. Otherwise, they would be super easy to find. Because I already have memorized where they all are in another seed. The seed I used when I made a video on them. Yeah, you're right. Astrono. You are correct. I haven't really edited much out of the YouTube VODs or whatever. Most of it's there. There was just one, like, 2-hour session where I didn't do anything at all. Pretty much just ran around circles. That I didn't upload to YouTube. It's all good, Miguel. Enjoy. Thank you for hanging out. I know. Ow. Here, we gotta get out of this. Where's all the ominous liquid from? The Dark Sun. I moved the Dark Sun from a parallel world to the regular world. Melted my way through the entire world with that thing. So yeah, that's too narrow for it. I'm just gonna, like, finish this area. Maybe. I don't know how big this area is gonna be. But we're gonna take a break from this soon. The only thing is, like, I can't go into New Game Plus until I finish this, or give up. So that's one of the reasons why I've been saying that this run might be several months long, because I might take breaks, and, like, I might not get back to it for a week or something. Because this part is going to be pretty painful. That's what I'm doing, is strip mining now. But I'm going across, down, cross, up. And I mean, that's just the way I feel like doing it. Your dedication is inspiring. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, I could do stuff like this in games for, you know, a very, very long time. Noita is not the first game that I played and did crazy things like this. I've been doing this for years. So it's not going to be... So this is the lake. I'm just going to dig underneath the lake a bit. Unless we've already completely cleared that out. Like, in Terraria, I've completely strip mined multiple worlds over the course of weeks. So, like, this isn't painful at all to me, really. Like, a little bit. Only because the only way I ever get impatient is when I'm streaming. And it's only because of wanting to be not the most boring stream on Twitch. So... No. No mods. I'm not mapping the world, I'm just, looking for eyes. Which, we haven't found... We found one. They were easy to find. Maybe I should look through all of the main loop first. Although... that would be a crazy, like, coincidence if all of them, or multiple ones, are in the main loop. Main biomes. Yeah, it would help. But... that's why... Ah. Also, I mean, even if the secret wasn't disabled based on, you know, mod usage, I still wouldn't use mods right now because we're doing an actual, like, run, too. Basically, I'm just digging through the world looking for eyes. I think we're gonna take a break from that for now, but the problem is, like, there's not much more to do at the moment. Only one, the one that summons worms? Wait. Oh. Yeah, the end of everything does too, but... don't want to be... you know, that's obviously not going to be very efficient, spamming that. Whoops. Ah. Oh my god, look at all that juice. And that juice that almost fell right on me. That's nice. Woo. How do you get 12 million health? You get 12 million health by stacking 17 extra health. That's one of the ways. Alright. So, where am I right now? I wasn't paying attention. Where is this? Sorry, Kill Hour. Why is that on the portal? Why is what? What was it? Anyway, alright, so we're in the mines. Let me just try... I highly doubt we're gonna find anything this. This is the last part of the eye search I want to do for now. Oh yeah, there's nothing here. The Holy Mountains are already destroyed. So... Oops. Ha. It's, kind of scary. Raining polymorphine. Woo! Yeah, that's really scary, actually. With worms everywhere. Let me not do that. Nothing else will attack me, but the worms will totally take a chomp out. Have you seen the text 3 eyes are watching you in the game yet? 3 eyes are watching you. I don't know. Off the top of my head, no, it doesn't sound familiar. But I haven't deciphered everything, like all the text everywhere. It's in the source near Secrets of the All-Seeing. I want to say that I knew where that was, but obviously, like, I forget things. Yeah, I know, I drank. Thank you. I was playing with one hand. Need to run. Appointment. Might take a deeper look later at some of the code near those strings. Thanks, yeah. Have a nice appointment. Enjoy the rest of your day. Appreciate you. Alright. Yeah, so... basically all I'm doing is going down the levels and just flying around where the Holy Mountains were before the supernova. Alright. Let me... hang on. I'm here. All of you worms. Oh my god. That was probably a bad idea. Oh god. Alright. Now... hey! What the hell? I was about to eat that. What the... never mind. Jeez. There's so many that just keep spawning. Alright. I was trying to... I was trying to drink some of that, Holly to get immunity. There's an extra hydrate. So nice having, like, no world at all. All the enemies, oh my god. The insanity. Stop biting at me. What if it was inside the friend cave? Whenever I see, like, anything out of the corner of my eye, I'm like, we found it. Jeez. All right. Dragon cave. Whoops. It's not there anymore. Wait, oh yeah, we're in parallel world. I was like, where are the glyphs? Alright. Oh, I'm using the Matasad spell, this Worm Rain, in order to... Yeah, there's not going to be any here because... Or maybe there are, I don't know. I don't know how close together they can spawn. I'm just deleting the world with that Matasad spell to try to find eye glyphs. Yeah. Alright. So there's already some, like, right over here. This is the only ones I've found so far because they were easy to find. Basically, we're looking for these. But there's, well, 5 different locations. This is just one location. We need 4 more. And I'm sure there's not going to be any more, like, really close. But, I mean, I guess there's not very many tests, so there might be. I don't know. I guess it's possible that they can spawn right next to each other. Improbable, but I guess possible. Maybe. Those are keys IVS for Selekili file encryption. Are you... did you figure it out? That's 100% that's what it is? Because there are a lot of people who have been trying to figure it out for a long time. Very, very smart people. Right now, we're just trying to find the locations of them, but if you know anything about them, like concrete evidence, then you should definitely share it with us. Secrets of the All-Seeing. 3 eyes are watching you. Okay. This was already shared in the eye channel in Discord, but it's not for the eyes. I was just responding to... Okay. Cool. Yeah, it sounded familiar to me, too. I read in the eye channel, like, all the time, constantly, so that's probably where I saw that before. There's just so much information everywhere that, you know, information overload. Alright, this is the last. Well, we'll go down here a little bit. Oh, goodbye. We just erased the triangle. Ah, man. I think they're all going to be in the EDR, like on the borders of the world or in the sky. I feel like we've combed a lot of the subterranean part of the world already. And I know I said I was like almost finished doing this for now, but it's addictive. Jeez. And there definitely could be some inside the lake. I don't know. Is there any more? Oh, that wall is down here. I forgot. Yeah, when you trip, 3 eyes show up. But there's eye iconography in a lot of aspects of the game. That doesn't mean it's related to this. Could be, but it doesn't, you know, just because we see eyes in a bunch of different places doesn't mean they're all, you know, related to this particular secret. Because those are different, those eyes look completely different anyway. Could be, maybe, maybe not related. But there are just eyes everywhere in this game. I mean, the like main antagonist or boss of the game is 3 eyes. And you see 3 eyes when you trip. And there's just eyes like right on the starting obelisks. Or eyes all over the place. Eyes. All right. Now, what do we do now? Was there any? Ah, God, no. Oh my God. I'm just gonna dig straight up. Alright. So what have I done? We've done everything, I think, in New Game. Boom. Yes. So yeah, this is literally the last thing I have left to do in New Game. So... Oh yeah, I've definitely killed the boss while tripping. Many times. I used to have a challenge run that I would do all the time on stream. It was called the Noita NUI run. Noita-ing under the influence. And it was a challenge that I had to get down to the bottom and win a run by the time I sobered up. Or like I would spawn myself with a flask of fungus blood, drink all the fungus blood, and then just do a speed run, basically. So because this is literally the last thing I have left to do, is it on YouTube? One of them maybe. Maybe. You know how I have the heat channel points? One of my channel point rewards used to be, like, you'd be able to tell me what type of run you wanted to see me do. I've had them disabled because I'm doing this, basically. But whenever I don't have anything, like, specific planned for this game, then I will re-enable that, and people could just, you know, tell me to do one of those runs, or there's a Doom run where I have basically like an enemy chasing me the entire time that can one-shot me. So basically just like speedrun challenges. You love the sound the wand makes? This one? Yeah. I mean, I like all the sounds in this game. I like that, but from doing it so much, long runs, it definitely gets a little bit like, oh my god. This area is not even wide enough to have eyes, I think. Oh. Man. I mean, you know, from spamming it, like once we get into New Game Plus, we're gonna be doing that a lot. Dude, this is satisfying, too. The fire. Yeah, I think... I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just addicted to the search. Let's just go up to the actual wall of the world. Then the early travel wand. Yeah, I like just using rapid fire teleport bolt, or like... So even though there's no blue wall here, it still technically is here, and the eyes can spawn anywhere up here. So before the thing is like deleting all of the world is actually making it more difficult to find them, because like it's harder to gauge your position. I had a seed with the eye glyphs like right up here. So nice. Oy. Oops, wrong one. Oi. Blop. I don't think he's really a a threat anymore. Whoops. But I still like to kill all the shadow bosses when I see them. Alright. Maybe I should have been out here a little bit more. That one can still kill me. If I'm unlucky. Alright, let's just... I'm gonna go 1 in. Or maybe 2. Maybe 3. Because if we're here, we should see if there's one on either side, maybe. Because they're pretty long. They're longer than a screen, so... I'm just gonna dig down here for a little while. And then, I think that's it. I don't know, for now. Because I don't want to go into New Game Plus without finding at least one more of these. It would be nice if I could find all of them, but... yeah. Alright, Meme Lord. Want to get some stuff done before I go to dinner with friends? Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. It's good to see you again. I know this is an extremely boring stream. Or whatever. Maybe. But I appreciate you. It's very nice to see you again. Have fun. Yeah. Maybe you could spend some time building a wand to draw in air. Yeah. From marking places. I guess. I mean, it would be nice to be able to mark places. In air. I mean, I kinda... Here, hang on. We have... this. If I remove this, and then take this off. We're missing some of the... yeah, so I have permanent. Are they permanent? No, not permanent. I still need some of the spells for that. And we need one more reduced lifetime. Which I guess I... here, hang on. Let me just... is this going to be permanent? Whoops. No. Alright. Alright. I'm almost finished for now. I just want to dig down until we start seeing a wall again. And then I'll continue this on another stream. And I'm going to switch to something else. I'm not sure what else I want to play today. Maybe do some more Phantom Abyss runs, possibly. Whoa, no. No, no, no. Ah, the fungus. That could use cement. I don't have cement. I mean, I could... oh yeah, here we are. I know I said I was gonna go up to the wall. It's so addictive. Ugh. Even doing this is addictive. Jeez. And of course now, like, I have all this fungus and fire everywhere. just a little surprised that I haven't seen another one by now. Nah, it's oil. Got oil and blood, no cement. If I find some, I'd definitely use that. All good. No worries. Oh, man. Okay. A little bit more. Actually, I think I'm gonna go after this. For today. I guess we made some progress, I suppose. Didn't find any more. We're gonna find them, like, right now. I just gotta also... I don't have a map pulled up. I wanna stare at a map and kind of determine the locations where it could possibly be. I mean, there's a chance that we went right past one, or as well. Especially if they're high up in the air someplace. Sky. So I'm pretty sure there's gonna be one set someplace in the cloudscape. And we may have even missed one of them someplace on the, like, where the Holy Mountains are. I didn't really, you know, efficiently comb those areas, search those areas every inch. I just kind of flew back and forth a little bit. And they're really long horizontally, but vertically, you know, just very easy to miss. Or they're whatever. Wide, but yeah. I don't even know where I am right now. Maybe we should stop digging down. I know, it is. It's like just a little more digging. I'm probably down in hell right now. I don't want to, you know, crash by going too deep. Or like... I did try that once, though. I fell for almost 2 hours. It was about 2 hours. And then the game was getting... After falling for about an hour, or maybe less than an hour, the game started, like, getting really weird with, like, chunks unloading and stuff getting stuck, kinda. And then eventually, after about 2 hours, I crashed. Just from falling down the side of hell. Or in one of those, like, lava tubes. Lava vents. And I did it in this seed, too. Where I had fungal shifted lava to steam. So I didn't have to move through lava. It was just, like, free-falling for 2 hours. Anyway, alright. That's plenty. Jeez. We're, like, fungus farming. Where are we? I need to contact Priskip. I've said this a bunch. But he did this on stream, too. He did it all in one day, I think. He found all of them. But he was using a hacked client with a much... It was much more zoomed out. But this is the same method that he used. Just spamming Matasad. I feel like a worm. Oh, wow. Okay. It may end up... Well, I'm sure that they programmed it in, or, you know, that it can't generate too low. Joel was saying earlier that none of them have been found further than 10,000 or negative 10,000 Y. So... But that doesn't mean that maybe some seeds it's impossible to find all of them. Maybe they do generate extremely high and extremely low. I don't know. But, oh wow. So where are we? Near the tower, I think? Or Wizard's Den? The cursed rock around the Wizard's Den, maybe? We're looking for the eyes. But I'm almost finished. Alright, yeah, it was the Wizard's Den. I said I was almost finished like an hour ago, I think. We're just gonna work our way this way and then up. As long as... Oh, wow. So I was here, too. How nice. Yep. We've already... Ah. What the hell was that? Oh, just a stone. Alright, anyway. I think that'll do it for now, for today. We made some progress, I guess. Man. Man, oh, I need that spell. But not on an always cast. Man. So yeah, I've just been digging away or destroying the entire world looking for these eye glyphs. Next time, we're going to continue. I think if I don't find any within a couple hours next time or whatever, maybe an hour, then we'll move on. We'll go to New Game Plus. And I will say, maybe I'll keep this backup, the save, and just, you know, look for them another time, possibly. But next time I stream, if we don't find them, or find one more within... Is the set of eyes you found anywhere near to the ones on your other seed? Not really. Okay. The other seed I had, there was one in the cloudscape, like in the western cloudscape, kind of near the essence of air diamond. It was like right up that way a little bit from that. And then there was one in the main central part of the world, but it was like right below a portal leading into the Holy Mountain in the what do you call it? Coal pits. It was like right below a portal there. So I think that the one I found here, we found it in the jungle, or like right below the jungle. So I think that's probably that same one. They're probably close to each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't English right now. My brain is melted. So there's probably one in the sea. I'm guessing that there's usually one in the main loop of the world, the center part of the world. There's probably one like in or near the lake, and then there's probably one above the lake, and then there's so like 1, 2, 3, and then I think there's 2 more on the other side. So like the side of the world we're on right now. But yeah, we've like uncovered a lot of this EDR over here, and I think there's probably a chance for them to be in the Cursed Rock. So I gotta like go a little bit further east and just dig through the Cursed Rock a bit. It's not gonna hurt me too much, so What's up, drink too much? But yeah, for now, let's just go up here. I'm gonna continue it next time. We're gonna dig, like, a little bit east into the cursed rock. And we're gonna start, let's go up to where we're gonna start. Don't crash. All right. So there was also, in the other seed, there was one set... Wait, where am I? Really close to the gold room. So that's up this way. Right? And I mean, this area, this hollow area, there could be glyphs. There could be someplace in here. I just gotta, like, fly up and down. More uniformly. I've been just, like, scattered, you know? We'll try that next time. But before we go, let me just try kind of going this way a little bit. Oops. Never mind. Yeah, that would be the icing on the cake. I think that's too narrow. Oh, maybe not. Where am I? The gold room's up here, right? Or no? Where am I? Are we... No, we're like way too high now. Stop that. I think actually the gold room is below us, maybe? Or... I have no idea where I am. Is this the regular... This looks like... Oh. No, the gold room's above this, I think. Yeah, probably. No? Jeez. Where the hell am I? Okay. Yeah, so the gold room should be up here. Maybe not. See, like, a worm tail out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, oh, we found some. Alright, I'm too out of it now. Let me... Here. We'll start next stream, like, right here. And then I'll dig all this away.